Hello seniors, I am doing a video version tutorial of this um, lesson. So the slideshow is called Animated GIF with Premiere Transitions. So the flowchart I actually edited. It includes it starts with you design in Illustrator, which is much easier because you can just paste it with the logo on its own. What I mean by that is I'm going to look at the logo right here. So you're only selecting the black portion when you put it on Photoshop as opposed to including the white part. But if you only have the JPEG version, there's a walk around it. But for now, um, the steps are you start a 450 by 450 72, let's call it color cycle, and save. Okay, so here we go. You should end up with a square. I'm going to go to my Illustrator design. I'm going to click on the logo itself in vector graphics. Like I said, it's only the logo, not the white part. Command C, go back to Photoshop and paste it. I'm going to paste it as pixels. You'll have to place it and it's waiting for your decision. I'm going to resize it a bit and put it in the center. Now, there's a way to automatically center it. If you hold the Shift key and select both, and go to the Move tool by clicking V, that's a shortcut. You can let Photoshop center it for you automatically. I actually did it a pretty good job because it looks like it's centered already. Because it's actually Photoshop will help you center it. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to do colored versions of this to color cycle with. If I simply duplicate the layer and call it circle cycle 2, color cycle 2, sorry, and it's just good practice to label your layers. Then I'm going to layer style gradient overlay. As you see, it only did this, and there's many things you can do. So I don't want that gradient. I'm gonna choose maybe a blue and a yellow, or this guy. Okay, let's say I go with that. There's some adjustments you can do as far as, see, it affects the whole thing. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say okay. So now it's so easy now. If you can just duplicate the layer and just change this to 3. Since you labeled the first one, it automatically give you the same name, except you just have to change it to 3. And all you have to do is double click this and change the gradient. Do something like this. So I've got this rainbowy thing. If you don't like it, you double click on it again and maybe change it to some different parameters. Well, that's kind of cool. And change the amount. And voila. Except right now I'm starting to lose some of the shape just because the nature of my logo and the white. It's okay. And there's ways around, we can go around just depending on your design. Okay, so I do the same thing. I have 1, 2, I just need one more version. I'm going to talk me through it, duplicate layer, and change this to 4. Okay, and change the gradient to something else. That be a little different? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, maybe something a little more drastic, maybe different. Okay, something like that. Okay, so there are my different layers. So what you need to do is to turn off the layers and export this one at a time. The original being this. I'm gonna export. We're gonna do a quick export as PNG. And since we didn't name it, that's why it's good to name our file so it will automatically do the work for you. So color cycle is the first one. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm just going to go to the desktop for me, but in your case, you're going to go to your drive, your folder in your drive. I'm going to say color cycle images and create. So everything saves here. So the first one is this. Okay, so it appears there. The next one is I'm going to turn the next layer up. So I'm going to File, Export, click Export as PNG. Now, if you a quick trick is if you since your first file is already named, you just click on it and it populates here, and you just change the name to 2. You have your own naming convention. It just has to make sense for you because ultimately it is for you. Okay, save. Then you just do the progression. You click this, export, then click the last one, change it to 3, and save. Save. Okay, so now you have your 4 PNGs that on its own that you can import to Premiere. So we go to Premiere. I had it right here. I'm going to start a new project and call it Color Cycle. And say OK. Now we're going to